This will probably be the last update I give on the puppies because next week they're going to their new homes. This was their first time outside. And they had so much fun, they absolutely loved it. Another update is Tana finally got his truck fixed, but then we got snowed in.
We got some of that snow they were talking about. I'm just out on the driveway, so don't roast me in the comments about driving and filming. But I got out this morning with the leaf blower, like I typically do when the snow's like this, and blew little runways, as I call them, down this hill, because this hill is absolutely awful in the wintertime. I don't have a tractor right now, which would really come in handy because then I could just grade this off. But as you can see, this hill, she's pretty bad, but when the snow's fluffy like this, you can take the leaf blower and blow your little runways and this two-wheel drive pickup to get in and out. So, because normally they have the main road cleared. But I don't know, I got these new all-season tires, and they even do pretty good in this snow. They don't slip and slide too much. They bite pretty good. So, but this is my drive home every day. It's quite peaceful, and it's beautiful back off in here where we live. So, but they're calling for some more snow, so I'll probably have to get out and do that again, and then so we are able to get in and out and get stuff for the animals and the homestead as we need it. So then you pull up into the house right here.
Say hello.
Hello. Chicky push.
Good morning, dears. Hi, hey, hey. Maybe I'm there. Say hello to you guys. For the past 2 weeks, I've made all of the bread for my family, and let me tell you, I've fallen completely in love with it and plan to do it for the rest of my life. Today I'm making a whole wheat leavened bread, which just means that you use dry active yeast instead of a sourdough starter. You start off with what's called the sponge, 240 grams warm water, 80 grams warm milk, 7 grams dry active yeast, and 260 grams of bread flour. I stir that up, put a lid on it, and put it in a warm spot to rise until it is doubled in size, probably about an hour. If you'd like in the future, I can also share this recipe in cups instead of grams. While I wait for it to rise, I watch Montana outside while he hunts for squirrels. It's been about an hour, and as you can tell, my sponge has doubled in size. This is when you'll add the rest of the ingredients to make it into a dough, which includes 63 grams of honey, 43 grams of butter, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, and 173 grams of whole wheat flour. And don't forget your salt, like I did here. After adding all your ingredients, you'll see that I just started a timer on my watch for 3 minutes to mix in all of your ingredients in the bowl. After your 3-minute eternity, your arms are gonna hurt, and you're not gonna wanna do this next step. But you're going to flour your surface to now knead your bread for 8 to 10 minutes. After you get done kneading your bread, you're going to wash your bowl and put grease in it. I use coconut oil. And you're going to put the lid back on and let it rise in the warm spot again for 1.5 to 2 hours this time. I'm just going to oil the pan or oil my bowl and put that dough in there. But Tana's doing something a little bit more entertaining. A little bit more exciting. What you doing?
Making ice cream when it's snowing.
Because ice cream is the best dessert when it's snowing.
Well, yes.
If you know, you know.
And we can also use the ice and the snow for making it.
Yeah.
This ice is actually out of the goat water.
Don't say that.
It doesn't touch the ice cream.
Okay, though, just for reference, here it is before it doubles in size.
I'm also gonna go get a couple bowls of snow and pack around that. Got the snow.
Keep in mind, this is not a viral. Quite a choice.
After shaping my dough, I put it in a pan and let it do its final rise, and then I baked it. While I was doing all of this, Montana was outside doing his own thing. So let's go over to that and see what he's been up to.
It's snowing again. It was out this morning checking on animals. I just figured I'd pop back out here real quick and check on them again. It's pretty cold. I'm not really sure how cold it is. I'll have to look at the thermostat when I go back in. But it's pretty cold, so I'm out here at the goats. I'm gonna give them a peep at their water. Clean off some of the ice off of it with my bare hand. That's nice. Probably like, I don't know, 15 degrees out here. We're bedded up. Got Leafs in there. We got Leafs in there. This one's enjoying the weather. She's out and about. How are you? Oh, clean some snow off of you. We got the whole hood machine. There's 3 in there. They're packed up together. We got these 3 packed up together in here, along with that one. She was in here. They pack up and share body heat. Not only that, you know, keeping water to them. We gave them some hay. They've almost got it eaten, so when I come back out to check again, I'll give them some hay. Checking on the goats. Need to go check on the chickens, make sure they're okay. They got a heated bowl. It's like the easiest for them. It's pretty easy to keep the goats in water, but the chickens are a little bit more of a pain. And it has warmed up quite a bit. I'll look at the thermostat real quick and see what it says. Probably maybe 20, I would think. But it's snowing. I'm calling for another 9 inches or so, which I don't know. I bet we've only got 3 or 4. Yeah, we're about 18 degrees. But you know, your goats and stuff, they have fur. They'll insulate. They do pretty good. Plus they group up and stick together. Same with the chickens. See, chickens got water, they got feed, but none of them's even down. They don't like this white snow. They'll stay up in their coop. But see, they're all grouped up and huddled together too. We was able to get out earlier and run to town real quick for a couple things that we forgot. Luckily, we was able to get out. Truck still ain't running great. It's wanting to die on me. I don't know if it's got some water in it or a bad connection somewhere, but it's doing all right, I guess. I'm not gonna open it, but I will show you the well house. I think it's doing all right. I'll show you when I get inside. I took a thermometer, a wireless thermometer, and put it in here so it reads to a dial inside, and it tells me how warm it is, so I don't have to keep opening it to look at a thermometer. The more you open it, the more it loses. But I'll show you this real quick. Setting at about 18 degrees. But we had to run and grab a couple more bags of pellets. So we're stocked up on pellets. But as long as we don't lose power, we'll be okay. If we lose power, we're gonna have to go find somewhere to stay warm. But I think we'll be okay. Oh yeah, okay. So I'll show you in here. So we got this thing cooking. We are 80 in here and 44 in the well house. So that's real nice. It got down to like 15 degrees last night, and the well house only got to 36. I know it doesn't look much different. It's still snowing about an hour later. We do have some more fellas out, but I'm gonna grab some hay. I'm actually gonna chunk some in each one of their barns too, so they don't really have to get out to eat. Help them out a little bit. Plus they can use it as a little bit of bedding if they don't eat it all. I don't mind going through quite a bit of hay right now as long as my goats are comfortable. We buy hay for this time of year. And as homesteaders, we don't get conned into the fear of storms because we prepare all year for stuff like this. So it's just a normal day for us. Maybe just a little bit more running around for chores and stuff. But I don't know, that's about it. Just the norm. Pull us a bell down. It doesn't look like we got one open. We got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bells left, it looks like, out of 30. So, I mean, this is the worst of it too. So, we'll cut her close, but if we have to buy some, it won't be very much. Our hay dealer already did say that she's got some more too, so. All that did was cut my string. I needed to cut the other string. I don't have a knife. Piece of wire. Oh yeah, like a dream. We'll hang that up. Don't forget, pull your strings. Don't want to put strings in your goat hay. They're not as bad as cows, but they will indeed still probably eat it. I'm actually not sure. Don't take my word on that, but I'm sure that they will. Goats eat everything. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of all of this and put about a flake in each of their houses for them, and just so I don't have to get out and in this. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those are 2 all the way down, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16. So we got 16 bells. 15 or 16 or 17 bells, something like that. But we're going through about a bell and a half a week, so I'm not good at math. But we should be good for like another 2 or 3 months. Let's see that. Briar right to the finger. Feels good. Got 3 bales of hay. What you hear, it's gonna be an awkward up close and personal. Okay, so we got hay for everybody. Gonna throw some in each one of these houses. They're all up out of the wind. Look like they're doing pretty good, chewing cud. So okay, so we got one in there, one in there, and one in the hood. So all these guys are good. The chickens are good. Chickens got water, chickens got food. They're staying warm. So I'm gonna go back inside where I'm warm and hang out in there for a little while. And I need to start some dinner before too long. I think we're gonna have some of those beef ribs that we bought a couple weeks ago. So that'll be pretty good. Mashed potatoes. Esther's gonna make a loaf of bread. She'll probably show you that. Our weekly loaf of bread. We've stopped buying bread altogether. That stuff is so unhealthy, enriched flour and everything else. It ain't even funny. So, we've quit buying bread and we just make our own now. We make about a loaf a week, so it ain't too bad. But I'm about froze to the bone. Everything's taken care of. So, I'm gonna go back inside and hang out in there in the currently 10 o'clock at night. Doing one last check on everybody. Gonna give everybody a little bit more hay to munch on through the night. Make sure everybody's got a sleeping buddy. So looks like these three are denned up together tonight, so that'll be nice for them. Esther's gonna give them a little bit of hay. 1, 2, 3 more denned up there all together in the hood hoop. But as you can tell, it's coming down pretty good again. I mean, well, you can tell where we was walking around earlier. You can't even tell this is where we just walked in. So I mean, we've gotten quite a bit more snow. So they're calling for another, what was it? Another 9 or 10 inches tonight. So parts of Homestead, you can go check on the chickens real quick, make sure they're doing all right, which they should be. Their coop's insulated and everything. Plus there's 10 of them all cuddled up together. I'm gonna close their door, but they're all cuddled up together and staying warm. I'll actually close this door, but their whole coop has this foam board, so it stays pretty all right for them. But it's been a while since I've closed that, so I kind of forgot it was in there. Esther's got the goat water, but as you can tell, this is everywhere that we was already walking. It's already covered again. We just took the truck out and it's covered again. So we've gotten another 3 inches. So house is still warm, power's still on. As long as that all stays good, we'll be great. But it is cold. So I am breaking down a turkey right here that we raised. We do plan on doing more turkeys this year. We kind of liked raising them. They were fun to watch grow up and everything, but this is one of the turkeys that we left whole and decided to not use it as a whole bird. So I'm breaking it down into more usable parts. And we wanted to do some broth, so that was a good use of the extra. We are going to be doing meat chickens, so if you guys want a more in-depth video on breaking down birds, we can also do that if anybody is interested. Or packaging meat, because we do a lot of our own packaging meat for cost effectiveness and deer and everything else. Alrighty, so you guys just now watched me cut up that turkey. That was actually one of our turkeys that we had processed and raised that we left whole because we was going to eat it for Thanksgiving, but then we ended up going to see family instead of staying at home. So we had him, and I was like, well, I need to get it cut up and processed down so it's usable instead of just one big turkey. So I'll run you through it. You got 2 drums, which are giant. 2 wings, which are about a night worth a piece. So each one of these bags is about a dinner or a supper worth. So you have 2 suppers here and legs. You got 2 wings, 2 thighs, and 5 breast meat that you can use for pretty much anything you would use for chicken, like chicken breast. Then we also have this breast plate. You've seen that I didn't cut a whole lot of meat off of it because that's probably another meal in itself, because we're going to cook this down into broth and can the broth and then use the meat for probably like a soup or something when we do it. There's this one too. We probably won't save the meat off of this just because this is like kind of some of your undesirable meat. But it isn't going to go to waste. We're going to feed it back to our chickens once it's cooked and we get the broth off of it. We're going to can the broth and then feed this to the chicken. So that's a high protein, you know, meal while it's cold for the chicken. So we got 2 thighs, 2 wings, or 2 drums, 2 wings, 2 thighs, and 5 nights of breasts. So we're looking at 11, 12 nights worth of dinners out of 1 turkey. So I mean, that's pretty good for our family. It'll feed us for a long time, especially with our venison and that little bit of pork that we buy. We are still hoping to be able to do pork coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is just a little bit of food prep, I guess, if you would. But it's enough turkey to last a while.
Okay, I seen that Montana filmed the beginning process of this, so I figured I'd go ahead and film the rest of it because I figured he'd like me to. But right now I'm just draining off what's been in the crock pot all night into a bowl. I'm straining it, and then I'm gonna put it in, I'll show you. I'm gonna put it in a 1/2 gallon jar and put it in the fridge for him to decide what we want to do with it later. But for right now, I want to put it in here because I'm going to start a second batch. So, by the way, I don't know if I've updated you guys on the cello situation yet, but I'm not making that same mistake twice. I did let this cool for like 3 or 4 hours now, so. It's cool enough where I'm picking the pot up with my bare hands, so it's fine. It's not gonna.
Where did we go wrong? Fighting to belong, trying to make it seem like we're somebody else. Set the perfect frame up, hide behind the makeup, like it's with the cost of losing yourself. Sit there all alone, wishing we were known, trying to find a home in the palm of our hand. Think it's time to wake up from the world we made up. No better time than now to begin. A picture's only worth a couple thousand words, and that's the only thing it'll ever be. And when it's up and gone, I'll hold it in a song and try to make it feel like it used to be. Can we trace it back to the moments past? I'll give anything